If your Google Merchant Center account is suspended, then you have to watch this video. Plus, you have to watch my other videos on YouTube because I have created dozens of videos on Google Merchant Center suspension for clients. And just to let you know that my name is Ali Raza and I'm an owner of a Google partner company, and we help clients with Google Ads disapprovals, Google Merchant Center disapprovals. We also help with Google Ads audit, setup, and management. We also help with Google My Business listing plus SEO services. So, in case if you need our services, you can hire us through the link in the description. Now, let's move on to another interesting, amazing Google Merchant Center restoration case study where the account was originally suspended for misrepresentation. Now I'm going to show you the disapproval messages, then I'm going to show you the website, and then I'm going to show you quick audits how we were able to recover it. So this was the website over here, and you can see over here this is the first, the image. You can see that it has not approved over here. You can see over here as well that there were 16 products which were not approved over here, and I'm going to show you the other. You can see over here as well the products needs attention, and if I'm going to show you the third part where you can see in detail as well that the you can see the customer ID, and you can see that the misrepresentation prevents all products from showing in United States. Now if you ask them, they give you a generic answer, be it for website or online store needs improvement, be it for false claims, be it for health issues, be it for medical issues. They give you generic error, and they generally tell you about provide transparency about your business identity, business model, policies, and how your customers interact with you, promote your online reputation, provide reviews, use a professional design, provide information on the business information settings, and the settings should needs to be matched with the website plus the SEO guidelines. As far as this is concerned, after sorting out dozens of cases, we have developed our own 160 plus checklist which we ensure whenever some client hires us to sort out their Google Merchant Center services. Just to let you know that I have a team along with me who works, in sorting out all of these errors. And in case if you order it through the link in the description, I'm also going to create a group on the WhatsApp where you are going to get day-to-day update on what's happening with your case. So now I'm going to show you the website. So this is the website over here. You can see over here, and whenever there is a case, we do so many things. For instance, the payment methods compliance, the test checkout, checking out the number, email, broker link, even the placeholders, looking on the image, content, everything. 160 steps are a lot for any Google Merchant Center sorting out, and that this can't be done alone. So which is why I have a team along with me who works in sorting out all of these errors for the compliance. So you can see over here there's so many things. Even sometimes there is a shipping policy error, sometimes it's a privacy policy page, sometimes the newsletter is not working, sometimes when you try to add bulk products in your website, for instance, if you add 2 or 3 products, and if you add multiple products, this is going to have trouble. In case the payment method you are showing over here are not being reflected on the checkout page, it's gonna trouble. It's the payment method you are going shown over here as are also not being reflected on the privacy policy page. Some it's a certificate issue. Sometimes there could be so many issues or error which can cause this suspension. So I'm just telling you on what kind of points we have to look before we are going to decide on. And as far as the audits are concerned, I'm going to show you quick reviews, and apart from there is also constant communication with the Google team. Just to let you know that as a Google partner, we have a dedicated support through which we done communication. And this is the audit done by, since there were multiple audits, I'm going to show you the important ones only so you guys have an idea. So for instance, over here, we suggested them to add the +1, so there is not any misrepresentation over here. Apart from this, we also suggested removing social media because it's also mentioned in the footer, so it was a double being shown on the footer. We also suggested the same +1. The phone number needed to be clickable. We suggested removing these icons because they were not clickable, and there was no Google reviews as such being shown in the image. We also suggested removing those pages because they were not actually in particular or in reality were visible, but instead they were all moving to a single page. And in the body, there was a word, we suggested removing the name, Again, adding the +1 code. The payment method needed to be clickable, and again the payment method needs to be complied with the Shopify, should need to be complied with the GMC, plus everywhere the same information should be provided. Some other extra spaces over there, this is even not acceptable. Some confidentiality statement which was not actually fine, some extra spacing, some things needed to be bold, few more changes, sometimes, even the phone number, you can see over here that over here the phone number was different as on the main website, so even this can cause suspension. So apart from this, we also suggested adding other things as well, how many times you are going to respond the order, other things as well for compliance, some shipping policy pages compliances, some exchange policy pages improvements, return and refund policy pages changes. And now, because every case is different, but these are few of the things which we look around, and then as discussion with the Google, we sometimes get another point as well. And the now billing policy pages changes, corporate social responsibility pages changes, some clickable needed to be links added, warranty policy page changes, fulfillment policy page changes, customer support policy page changes. You can see over here, we wanted to add more on about us page, including the CEO note, our journey, our story, contact information, what we sell, and other things as well. And apart from this, you can see over here that this was another audit done by another staff, and that the reviews as well as a certificate was not working, so he suggested either to remove it or either to give a clickable one. Some more things need to be clickable. We asked on why about us page was being shown on the category section, because this can also cause misrepresentation. When you're showing the about us page in the category, no, the category should only show those categories where you have products, not the about us page. So even the small things can cause suspension. We also suggested adding some engagements on the social media channels. We even look on the social media pages, the information you are providing, the email address, the phone number should need to match with the website, the info about us page of the social media pages like on the Facebook, Twitter, and everything. Plus, over there should be active social media engagement, including posts plus likes, comments over there, so you can see that everything seems genuine to the audience before they buy. So they look around so many things over here, plus the information what needed to be clickable. Business timing was needed to be added on the social media pages. For the tracking page, we suggested adding business information, so the customer have trust that you are being guided on the right page. For the Google My Business, we suggested that the information was different on the Google My Business page as compared to on the website. Some more specific small changes, some privacy policy changes, some contact us form page changes, and you can see over here there were minor changes. You can see over here minor, and then there were placeholder. Now placeholder is a coding error, and it can be found in your plugin, theme, or a contact us form. So these needed to be sorted out. Some more billing policy page changes. We also even do speed test. We also even look around for Google Search Console errors as well for the compliance. So apart from these small changes, product page has some minor issues. We suggested those as well. Some dead links were being found. We asked them to remove, even though they were not, but the cache, the Google cache was founding those, so we had to remove those. So we added those as in a removal in the Search Console to get it approved. After you can see over here the speed test over here, we needed improvement. Some images needed improvement, and all of these were missing images. Like on the about us page should have an image, Google review page should have an image, reviews.io should have an image, like shown on the other pages. And some collections are empty, so we suggest either removing those collections or either adding products on those collections. After this, we suggested, as per the discussion with the Google team, we suggested them to do the review. And once we did the review, you can see over here, and I'm going to show you in front of you that this is got to our central ID over here, and read over here, the requested review of misrepresentation has been completed and the issue no longer appears in your merchant center account. For those who don't know, we have specific cases where we even got account restored without even requesting the review button. But this can take time, and again, this may vary from case to case. So I cannot confirm you on this that do we have to press the request review button or not to get the account review, but get account approved. But I'm going to show you over here that here we needed to done it, and you can see that the website was being in compliant and the merchant center did not have any issues. And I'm going to show you now the live one as well, so you guys can see yourself the approval over here. You can see that, so you can see over here the GMC ID. You can see over here the 16 products were now approved. Previously they were in the not approved. Over here you can see over here that these are now approved. So now this is another successful Google merchant status restoration case study. But for those who don't know, we have been providing this help for many of the clients, and in case if you need our service for Google merchant status restoration, in case if you need our service for website designing, in case if you need our service Google Ads Disapproval, Google Ads Audit, Setup Management, Google My Business, Google Search Console, me and my team can help you. All you have to do is to hire us through the link in the description, and we love to work in sorting out all of these issues. So yeah, I hope you like these case studies. We look forward to working with you. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye-bye.